startup or an entrepreneur is not about success or failure. It's about building something that you want to build. Who cares if it is successful or not? But at the same time, success is important because success is the only thing, it's a fuel for all entrepreneurs, but it's not an obsession. So that's where I talk about persistence. So you have to keep persisting with what you're doing. You will fall at the same time. Just doesn't work. Forget about it. What you have to lose? You don't have a family, at least most of you. You have nothing to lose, basically, and you just have to give in. There is no risk. I didn't take any risk. I did something because I was having fun. Losing or quitting my job was not a risk. Dropping out of my college was not a risk. Because risk is something when you don't know what you want. Risk is something when you jump off a roof or something like that. You're not jumping off a roof, you're believing in yourself. If someone, or if you get screwed up, if someone is going to screw you up, it's going to be yourself. There is no risk in being an entrepreneur. There is no security in being an entrepreneur. You just do things because you feel like doing. It's no different from falling in love. You can't think about what will happen if you don't succeed. Startup or an entrepreneur is not about success or failure. It's about building something that you want to build. Who cares if it is successful or not? But at the same time, success is important because success is the only thing, it's a fuel for all entrepreneurs, but it's not an obsession. So that's where I talk about persistence. So you have to keep persisting with what you're doing. You will fall. For sure you will fall. Guarantee each and every one of you are going to fail. No doubt about it. When I say fail, what I mean is not like going bankrupt or anything, but you're going to not get something that you want to get at some point or other in your life, and it's very easy to give up. I flunked in physics twice, so I was depressed. There are other factors. I have to admit I didn't just flunk because I wrote the exam badly. There were other factors which I probably should discuss here, considering that I'm in the college. The reason I'm talking about that is because it was depressing. Because coming from where you guys are, you were all, you pretty much you topped your class wherever you went. In your schools, you are always used to getting full marks. All of a sudden you come here and you start getting B's and C's and even F's sometimes, and it bothers you, right? So that is where you persist, because everything has a reason, because everything will be connected at the end of the day. Now if I look back, maybe all the things, all the frustrations I had also helped me to get where I am right now. So just keep persisting, just keep pushing yourself. Don't get frustrated. At the same time, when I didn't mean go ditch and go start failing, that was not my intention. My intention was to say that there are going to be factors beyond your control that are going to cause you fail. But that should never deter you from doing what is in your control in the only way that is possible, that is your way. So forget about things that are beyond your control, but you keep persisting with your strengths, you keep persisting with what you are good at, and you will eventually reap the benefits. One example I would like to give here is a lot of people give up and say from third year, they say that they want to do an MBA. I'm sure at least 50% of you are already thinking about an MBA. So some people give up and take their call. Some people think that MBA is the next option because they don't see themselves to be a technocrat. But while you're here, I would strongly encourage you guys to focus on what you're good at, or why you are here, because you are a technologist in the first place. You can probably go and do an MBA and do stockbroking or do some banking. You might do well there, but that doesn't mean you have to give up right now on the technology that you're learning right now. So focus on what you're doing right now. Trust it because you're a technologist. Then, if you still want to do an MBA, go ahead and do it. The reason I'm so against MBA is because I've seen a lot of people, friends from my college, from my batch, they pick MBA because it's an easy choice. Because you can't code properly, you want to go and do an MBA. That is not a compelling reason to do an MBA. An MBA, you want to do an MBA because you really want to do an MBA. But do you really know what an MBA means right now? Of all the 50%, I'm sure 90% of them have no idea what an MBA means. So don't just get tangled with all this really complex stuff. Do what you are doing right now, and when time comes, it will come to you, for sure. Trust me on it. And again, I want to bring up a point here that entrepreneurship or building a company is not the same as building a business. Building a business is different. A business or whatever you get out of MBA is completely different from being an entrepreneur or from building a company, at least in a technological context. So you can build a company right out of your engineering degree. You can build a company right, all you need to do is find what you're good at. I'm a founder of a company, I'm a CTO of Vivu, and apart from giving these art talks or all evangelism, which is probably not even 1% of the time, all I do in my day-to-day life, every single day, is just to program. I don't have an MBA degree. I probably understand a lot more about running a business than anybody who has an MBA degree. But all I do every day is something I really love, which is coding and now working on my computer. So where I was getting to is building a company, being an entrepreneur is about doing what you really like. It is not about making money, it is not about building a business. You will bring in people who can help you build a business, or you will eventually acquire the talent of building a business. Building a business is essential to building a company, but what is more essential is building a product. So I come from a product background, so if I talk, it sound exactly the same. I always say that products are the defining factors in company. If you talk to my other MBA colleagues, which I have in my company, they'll tell you a company is all about how you market it and how you sell it and how you do blah blah blah. I'm sure they're all important, but what matters eventually is whether the code works or whether it has bugs or not. After that, you can go sell it. If I give you a product which is buggy, you can't sell it, right? So everything has to come into the place. You can do lots of stuff just by technology, just by trusting what you are here for. So focus on your courses. Focus on what they are meant to teach you as opposed to what they're actually teaching you, because they have no idea what they're teaching you. But what they're meant to teach you is something beyond the textbook. So focus on that, pick it up. Don't get derailed by the thoughts of all these businesses, marketing, strategies, sales. These are all very important, but what matters eventually is something that you're going to build, and you can always sell it. Yeah, again, I'm not against an MBA or anything. I would love if you guys know any good MBA grad, I would like to offer him a job right now. But the point is, I wouldn't recommend anyone from an IIT in the second year or at least in the first year thinking about an MBA. It's just outright wrong. It's just hypocrisy. So don't fall for it. So, as I said, push yourself. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like a lot of things that they're going to make you do. You're not going to like a lot of things that the world will make you do. But what matters is one or two things that you like in it. So if you see your 24 hours a day, there are going to be times where you want to do a lot of other things. Like for example, you might want to spend time with your family. You might want to go hang around, go date someone, go do a bunch of other stuff. They're all good. But what matters is setting your priorities and pushing yourself. Because what is it that you really, really want? What is it that you really, really want to build? And pick it, and it has to have some collateral sacrifices to be done. And it is not a risk. Don't think about, go 2 years later, what if my company doesn't succeed? Will I get a job or not? Hey, come on, if you can't even find a job, don't even think about starting a company. So you can always find a job. If you just believe in yourself, go do whatever you want. You have lots of time. At the same time, don't over-exaggerate where you are right now. You're not splitting an atom. You're just an undergrad student. So be there, stay there, keep focusing, and yes, there's going to be a lot of chances and opportunities in the future that you can take in and build out of it. And this is one of the lines. When I wanted to quit, I really, really wanted to drop out of IIT in my first year or second year. Actually, second year, first semester, I wanted to say I had enough. I wanted to go out. And someone told me this line: "It's a marathon. It's not a sprint." So again, it's about how you pace yourself. If you burn yourself out in the first 100 meters, nobody's going to give you a medal. Because it's not a sprint. You have to do it for the next 30 years or 40 years. You have to keep doing the same thing for the next 40 years. And all these 4 years, if you put in the perspective of those 40 years, are nothing but a mere reflection. They don't matter. They don't really matter. All that matters is how much you learn out of these things and how much you can use it to leverage as a leverage point, as a vantage point to move ahead. That's all. It's just another step. Don't over exaggerate it. It's a marathon. It's like playing a test match innings versus playing a 20-20 innings. So this is life. So this is something that someone told me when I was going through the same thinking process what it means. It is a marathon. Imagine you have to do the same thing for 40 years. And there's going to be a lot of factors coming into your life. Family, career, money, dogs, kids. Still you have to do it for 40 years. And every single day you have to keep innovating. Whether you're doing business or whether you're doing technology, whether you're doing teaching. Every single day you have to keep innovating. The moment you stop innovating, you're not an entrepreneur anymore. So if you're preparing for a life like that, you can't be bogged down by what is happening in today. What is happening today, you take it and take a vantage point and move ahead, and hopefully at least one of you guys will make a difference, and that will mean a lot for the country, for yourself, for the world in general, because the technology changes everything. Look at what Facebook did with countries. I mean, they're toppling governments now. So you can make an impact. I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg never thought that he'll topple a government, right? He's not a terrorist. He's not a commando. He's just built a social networking site. So you don't know what is in offer.